everybody, welcome back to Win, Lose or Draw, the game where we pick whether a team will win, lose or draw in the Premier League weekend. I was beating Ben by 52 points to 46 from last week, so that's a 6-point gap, which I don't think is... I don't think you're going to close that, even though there's weeks and weeks and weeks left. Should we get into it?
Yeah.
OK, let's have a look at what we did last week first before we predict this week. Now, yet again, Ben, you have gone against Manchester United. I tell you what, if you go against United this week when they're playing Luton, if you pick Luton ahead of United at Old Trafford, that's like saying Humpty Dumpty will beat Harry Maguire in a headbutting competition. You've got to go United this week, but you didn't go United against Fulham.
What did I say?
You went draw, which you were very close to getting.
That. So I'm watching it going, wow, what a great start to win, lose or draw. What a great start. And then Bruno pops up out of nowhere and absolutely ruins it. You got lucky yet again.
Oh, do you think I went with a win?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So that's one for me. Manchester United 1-0 over Fulham. We then had Brentford against West Ham, which, to be honest, neither of us got.
Nope.
I said draw. You said away win.
Yeah.
And I've got to say well done to Brentford there. I didn't expect
Massive
that.
win. Great win for Brentford, that is.
West Ham are dropping a bit, aren't they? Burnley against Palace. You said draw. I said
Palace.
Away win.
Yeah.
That's 2-0.
Oh, gosh, what am I doing? I just need to go back to basics. I'm having a bad time with it.
You need to look at Luke off screen.
I know.
Use your wild card.
Luke, when it comes to predicting them this week, can you give me a... Yeah, there you go. You help me.
What are you going to do for draw?
Just go middle.
Yeah. Everton-Brighton, we both got it wrong. Away win, which, Everton were winning till late as well.
I know, yeah.
So that would have been a good differential.
Everton are doing all right at the minute,
City, we both got, so 3-1 to me.
No brainer.
Sheffield United against Wolves. This was tough on both of us, really. I went with an away win. You went with a draw. Sheffield United win.
Yet again, I'm winning until the 96th minute or whatever it is, and then you get lucky, I don't even get a point.
Well, I've always been against all these minutes that they're adding on.
Well, it is what it is,
and it's doing you dirty at the moment. Newcastle against Arsenal. I actually thought you had Newcastle home win.
What
you
did I
didn't.
say?
You went with a draw.
Oh, did I?
And I went with an away win. So neither of us got that. Ooh. So still 3-1 to me. This one, I'll give you your credit. This is where, an amateur does sometimes outdo a professional. Because Forest against Villa, I had a away win, and you went with a home win.
I know.
Couldn't believe that.
I remember saying this as well. I said, I'm going to go rogue. I've just got a feeling. I've got in your head then. I'm going to say Forest. I'm going to shock the world with this one. Villa, away from home, aren't necessarily as good as their home form, and Forest, we all know they're good at home. That's where they pick up most of their points. Fantastic win for Forest, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of thing that's going to make you catch up with me if you can get the rest of them right.
Yeah.
You're just getting the random ones right.
Yeah, I know,
you're not
Nobody got this next result, though.
Luton against Liverpool. Wow, we both went away win.
Yeah.
And, of course, it was a draw to Luton. It could have been a win. So that leaves it at 55-48, 3-2 win overall.
So you've only increased your lead by 1 this week, which isn't the end of the world.
Well, what we need to do is add in the Chelsea-Spurs result
which
as
is
well,
tonight, yeah.
Which we'll add it in now,
yeah.
because we don't know the result of that. But just for context, I have gone with a draw, and Ben has gone with a Spurs win. So it stands at the moment 55-48 going into the next game week, but it could be closer.
You wish that you would have said Spurs win there, wouldn't you? You wish you'd have said Spurs.
I think it will be a draw. I'm going to stick with it. Let's look at the weekend fixtures then. And you are currently 7 points behind, so I've opened a gap even bigger from 6 to 7. How are you feeling at this point?
It's a marathon. This season's a marathon. It's not about the here and now. It's not a sprint. I've got plenty of time to get it back. I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to stick with it, and I know my form will ring true because cream always comes to the top.
Normally I have a little bit of a holiday or something in the international break. What I'm actually thinking is around March time, might go to Dubai for a couple of weeks and just send my neighbour in, because the gap will be so big and they know nothing about football. They can just come in and go
whatever.
They'd probably predict Luton to beat Man City,
yeah.
And I'd still have a massive gap when I came back.
Can you do that, please?
Yeah, I will. Right, let's have a look. So we've got Wolves against Spurs Saturday lunchtime.
You can go first.
I'll go first on this one. I think Wolves are really good and probably the most unlucky team in the Premier League at the moment. I don't think it will be as straightforward as people are thinking, but I'll go with Spurs because they can put the ball in the back of the net. It's close.
This has got a bit of a shock written all over it. This one has. It really does. But I've got to go. You've got to go sensible. I'm losing, and I need to be sensible, so I'm going to go Spurs too. But it would not surprise me if that ends in a Wolves win or a draw.
You're in that dilemma now because you could try and close the gap, but it's the sort of game where the gap will get
Do you know
bigger.
what it's a little bit like? It's like fancy Premier League, you know, where everybody's always captaining Haaland, and then on the odd week you don't do anything. It's like, do you take that risk and try and go rogue, and he'll probably score a hat-trick and absolutely screw you. But
I'm happy if you just copy what I'm doing because I'm better than you, because you won't close the gap.
You're going to copy me here because Arsenal-Burnley, I'm going to go for an Arsenal win.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really am thinking that Burnley, who can't win anything, they couldn't even win a lucky dip at the moment. They've got absolutely no chance. Arsenal win.
Yeah, Arsenal win. You first, you next.
Crystal Palace against Everton. Oh, Everton are really improved at the moment. I've been impressed with Everton recently, and Palace are hard to predict. I'm going to go draw.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that. I'm going to go Palace home win. Palace home win. That's 1-0 to me. That's going to be 1 point to me, guaranteed, that you're not going to get.
Yeah, we'll clip that next week, don't worry.
All right.
Man United against Luton. If you don't go Man United win on this, because you're always going rogue on United, and tell you what, it wouldn't be funny, but it would be funny if I wasn't a Man United fan, if Luton get a point when you go Man United win.
It wouldn't surprise though, would it? I'm going to go Man United win.
Yeah.
But the reason why I've gone rogue on Man United this season is because I deserve to go rogue on them, because they've been very lucky. They've won a lot of games with last kicks of games, and they've been managed to get away with it. But I'm going to go for a comfy home win here.
I'm going to go Man United win, but obviously, I almost feel like there should be a handicap on that. Like,
like -2 or +2, yeah.
I think United will win by about
4
or 5. 5:30 game again. What are Newcastle doing? Why are they always the 5:30 game? It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't mind Newcastle, but they're not that interesting. I don't want them on at 5:30 every game. Bournemouth against Newcastle.
Eddie Howe back at his old club. He'll want to get a win on that one.
I'm going to go with...
Just say it. I know you're going to say Newcastle. Stop giving it the big.
I'm tempted. I am tempted, but I don't trust Bournemouth, so I'm going to go Newcastle win.
Shock. Yeah, I've got to go Newcastle win. Like I say, Eddie Howe at his old club, he'll want that win massively. He'll get them up for it. Bournemouth sort of...
Not got goals enough, have
a bit hit and miss, and I think Newcastle have got too much ability to win that game.
Bournemouth need to inspire their inner Luton in that game, because it's not impossible. Quite a lot of Sunday games. Let's go Villa, Fulham. You first on that one.
Do you know what? This is where we're on a Sunday, right? Because there's 5 fixtures on a Sunday.
They're all playing Thursday, aren't they?
What they need to do, though, is have a 12:30 kickoff, a 2 o'clock kickoff, and then a 4:30 kickoff, so you can watch 3 games on a Sunday. That would be absolutely fantastic.
There's more 2 o'clocks on the Sunday than there is 3 o'clocks on a Saturday.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Right, Aston Villa at home to Fulham. I've got to go home win. Aston Villa home form is incredible. I think it's something like 13 in a row or something at home. Off the back of a bad defeat at Forest last week, so I'm going to go Villa home win.
Yeah, I think Villa's form's really, really good at home, and Fulham can't score goals, so I'm going to go Villa win as well.
I think it's a lot of results this week that pick themselves, you know.
This is why you need to try and get clever, but I can understand why you're going safe. Brighton against Sheffield United, not a chance. This will be massive. This will be like
could be.
huge. Could be 4.
Yeah.
Definitely Sheffield. No, Brighton.
Brighton. So it writes itself.
You're not making any points here.
No.
Luke was going draw.
You're saying draw for Brighton Sheffield United?
Are you going to change it?
I'll change it.
He's going to change it.
Right, scrub that last one, prediction. I'm going to go for a Brighton against Sheffield United draw.
This is going to be interesting now. Luke stepped in with the wild card.
Do you know what? He knows ball.
He does. I'm thinking now. Oh, this is interesting.
Okay.
It could be it will be a differential.
Liverpool
against. No, I don't. Well, no, I'm worried that if you'd have said it, I'd have been confident. The fact that Luke's saying it, I'm going. What have I missed in here?
What does he know?
I know. And Brighton are dodgy at times.
Yeah, they are.
Liverpool, Brentford. I will go Liverpool, but I mean they've got to put the ball in the back of the net.
You going Liverpool?
Yeah.
Luke, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool home win.
He's brought Luke in too late, I reckon. West Ham against Nottingham Forest.
Oh, Forest need to win a game. No, sorry, West Ham needs to win a game. Lukey boy, I need it. Home win. See that confidence there? I am confident.
I'm going to go draw. I think West Ham are dodgy.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise, to be fair. It wouldn't surprise.
And then the biggest game of the weekend, so VAR will ruin it, let's be honest. We better off, Jamie, not having Chelsea Man City, but who the referee is in the future, because that would be quite useful.
Yeah.
But Chelsea at home to Manchester City, you can guarantee VAR will have an impact on this game, probably preferring Man City because they seem to get everything going their way at the moment. So I'm going to go no surprises. Man City win.
Luke, I'm gonna, regardless of what you're gonna say for this one, I'm gonna go for a comfortable Man City win. I'm saying this could be a 4-0. Genuinely, it could be a 4-0. This will be men against boys. This will. So that's what I'm gonna go.
No, it's not. It can't be that. No, we don't know who the referee is. We don't know who the referee is. But if you do, make your mind up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have a 7-point gap. You've brought your wild card in, which I think is actually a good idea. It makes your choice is a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
And less erratic. But it is a long season. Get your comments in below on what you think. Can Ben turn this around? For me, I'm starting to think I'm almost going to call him the Titanic. He's got 2 hours to sink. And people will say that's really harsh, but it did sink, and they've made films out of it, and they've done all sorts.
And too much time has passed, so you're allowed to now anyway.
Yeah, there is a line where you can.
Yeah. I'd say 50 years is probably.
Yeah.
When did the Titanic sink?
912. Yeah.
110 years odd.
Yeah, you can do jokes about it. It wasn't even a joke. You are sinking like the Titanic.
All right. Anyway,
no one's coming to save you.
We'll see you next week, guys. All the best.
Thanks for watching.